singing this music. Marie, have you found this too? Just kind of like the times that you've done those songs, you know?
Say yes, Marie.
Yeah, yes.
So the first one is a song called Philosopher and the Boatman. And it's a story that Yogananda used to tell. It sort of illustrates the difference between intellectual, theoretical knowledge and real experiential knowledge, only in a real fun way. So try to guess which one of us is going to be the philosopher and which one is going to be the boatman.
As he gets his
Yes.
The way to perfection is narrow and steep. The bypaths are many.
The pitfalls are deep.
By theory alone, many think to arrive. Here's one who could teach them if he were alive. A philosopher stepped into a boat. The river to cross would he. So learned was he thought no man could be half so clever as he.
Alan, are you listening?
Singing wise over this book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise over this book, so such a mighty scholar was he. To the boatman he said,
Good man, pray tell, of the German philosophers three, Schopenhauer, Hegel, and Goethe, Kant, whom you deem wisest to be.
Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Please excuse me, sir,
The boatman said,
I've not read your philosophers three. All day I'm obliged to ply these oars to support my family and me. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he.
In that case, my good man, your fleeting life is as good as a quarter lost. Why, without the writings of those three men, not the shelf of books would I trust.
Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he.
Now then, tell me, good man,
The scholar said,
have you studied the Frenchman Descartes?
I've told you before,
The other cried,
I'm unschooled. Hard work is my art. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he.
hard work? What a waste, sad, foolish man. Half your life has been thrown away. Yet still a fragment might be redeemed. Memorize one theory a day.
Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Of a sudden a storm with raging might did lash that river to foam. Like a drifting pebble it tossed their boat till it seemed they'd never get home. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he.
Then the boatman cried,
My learned sir, our chances are growing dim. 2 questions you've put to me so far. Now I'll ask you one. Can you swim? Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he.
I can't swim a stroke.
The philosopher cried as he clung in despair to an oar. So the whole of your life is lost, my friend. You'll not need those books anymore. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a mighty scholar was he. Never reached the opposite bank. All that ponderous learning inside his head gave him weight, you see, and he sang. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a weighty scholar was he. Singing wise oh with his book, so such a weighty scholar was he.
La 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 la.
I'd like to thank the Tauhara Centre for the use of their library.
Okay,
Tell a story.
I will. This Swami Kriyananda.
Wait, is this what this? Wait, this is what we're doing. We're doing not this one.
Yeah.
It's not in-
Yeah.
What one is this?
Maybe somewhere.
I put it in here.
I'm sure you did. Confidence that you did.
You asked me.
What could have happened to it?
The book?
Was it the end of time?
Here, well, you tell them about the non-blues and I'll tell you
Did
there.
somebody take it while we were at dinner?
Tell them about the song.
I will.
Opera.
So, seeing a piece of music missing like this, one could get the blues, you know what I mean? You could want to write a song about the music that's missing. And so Swami Kriyananda, in the early days of realizing that songs like this could reach audiences in a way that, you know, just going around and lecturing couldn't sometimes, or would reach people in a different way, he realized, oh, this is a great way to share these teachings. So suddenly these songs came to him. And so he thought it'd be fun to learn guitar, so he taught himself guitar, and with a Pete Seeger songbook way back when. And he went to a guitar teacher in San Francisco, and the guitar teacher really appreciated his learning and all that stuff, but he told him, you know, you're doing okay, but these songs of yours are just too happy. That's just not realistic. Life is stern, life is earnest, you know, and you need to write something that's just more realistic about the way life is. So Swami, just for his guitar teacher, wrote a blues. He tried to write a blues, but he says he failed, so he called it the non-blues. What am I doing hanging out in this cellar? Well, it's like this. I'm composing a blue. No, it ain't the blues, 'cause it's only one. And brother, one's all I can do. Well, I'm a-hanging my head like I oughta. How's this? Have I got the hang of it? My chair's a case of gin, and my mouth I have drooped like a Saint Bernard till its corners are touching my chin. Now you may ask why you feeling so blue. Well, I ain't, I just thought I should try. 'Cause some fella said, all those songs of yours ain't for real, they don't make no one cry. So I thought, let's just find me a cellar, for the only way to feel blue is forget the sun and pretend the world is as dark as a fireplace flue. Ah, that's realism, yeah. Love that gutter. Still, I wonder if we ain't been misled. How much reality can a man see anyway when he sits all day hanging his head? Now it ain't that I don't know what grief is. This old heart has had its full share. But grief's one thing and complaining another. Why multiply grief with despair? For I find that this whole world around me, like a mirror upon the wall, smiles back when I smile, looks blue when I'm blue, and that blue shade I don't like at all. Sorry, Asha. So I'm going back to my bad old haunts. My time here is almost done. The fact is, feller, I can't stand this cellar. I just gotta get back in the sun.
Behind page number 3. Yes, okay, we did that.
This is another fun song, title of which can be confusing to people who don't know that it's a fun thing. It's called Yes, It's Devil Worship. And it's participatory. Because the chorus goes, what we need is a light. Now those of you who knew this song or knew that you're supposed to clap after you say light. So we'll try to
The rest of you know
chord.
now.
Yep. Chord, so we know that. What we need is a light. Okay, you got it.
Wow.
Yeah. Brother, I've a faint suspicion you and I've been led astray, taught to drive the devil from us. We've invited him to stay. What we need is light, or we can't drive out the darkness with a stick. With a stick, no, we can't drive out the devil with a stick. Some proclaim all men are sinners, can't escape the devil's might. How their interest must intrigue him, they won't let him out of sight. What we need is light, or we can't drive out the darkness. Talking sin, no, we can't drive out the devil talking sin. Some of us were taught the slogan, social evils must be slain. But can anger drive out sorrow? How can passion conquer pain? What we need is light, for we can't drive out the darkness while we hate. No, we can't drive out the devil while we hate. Brother, have you ever wondered why the darkness lingers on? If we want to see the sunrise, let us turn and face the dawn. What we need is light, or we'll only best the darkness when we love, yes, we'll only best the devil when we love. Thank you, Swami for these fun songs. So this is a children's song, but for all of us. We won't even do it with a guitar. We'll just do it a cappella, because it's a counting song. And it's the number of times you clap that makes the song. So it goes like, do that. Now do it 3 times. I'll tell the world I don't have money. Life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. I'll tell the world I don't have money, but life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. Now, let's try a little faster. I'll tell the world I don't have money. Life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. Sing along with me. I'll tell the world I don't have money. Life is wonderful and every day is sunny. The trick is this: don't beg from anyone, just live in joy, be free inside. All right. We're all clapped out, right? So this is a song Swami Kriyananda was driving in San Francisco. He was late for an appointment he was supposed to be at. Rain, traffic, and he thought, You know, I could be upset about this if I wanted to be, but I don't want to be. I actually feel very happy inside because I can't control the weather out there, but I can control the weather in here. So then the song came to him.
There's joy in the heavens, a smile on the mountains, and melody sings everywhere. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning. Your soul is as free as the air. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning. Your soul is as free as the air. Leave home in the sunshine, dance through a meadow, or sit by a stream and just be. The lilt of the water will gather your worries and carry them down to the sea. The lilt of the water will gather your worries and carry them down to the sea. Men hunger for freedom, but don't see their dungeon is only the thought that they're bound. Desires are their shackles, the hope that tomorrow the doorway to joy will be found. Desires are their shackles, the hope that tomorrow the doorway to joy will be found. There's joy all around us, why wait till tomorrow? We've only this moment to live. A heaven within us is ours for the finding, a freedom no riches can give. A heaven within us is ours for the finding, a freedom no riches can give. There's joy in the heavens, a smile on the mountains, and melody sings everywhere. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning. Your soul is as free as the air. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning. Your soul is as free as the air. The flowers are all laughing to welcome the morning. Your soul is as free as the air.
Just like to take a moment out to thank Tandava for all his incredible instrumental accompaniment.
Super fun for me. So.
We still haven't heard the yellow ukulele though. Didn't think about doing that before tonight. Well, maybe by the time we're done.
We'll think it's something to use. If y'all make
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I would say, well done. So sitting next to Helen over there, we were talking about how God is just so apparent in everything, especially if you're a scientist, just looking at how things work and you realize how incredible this whole universe is. You know, our bodies, the animals, and everything you see. So this is a story about a saint in India that had the same impression. He would walk around outdoors and his method of worship was just going, "Well done, Lord." In India there lived by the banks of a stream a hermit whose prayers chose applause for their theme. He gazed at the flowers and he smiled at the sun. Then he clapped with delight. Lord, he cried, "Oh, well done. Well done, Lord, oh, very well done." The mountains that laugh with the gypsy clouds, the fields smile to welcome the sun. All nature sings praises aloud. The fields smile to welcome the sun. All nature sings praises aloud. The trees dance to show their elation. A day on God's earth has begun. And every true heart in creation in speechless wonder is bowed. And every true heart in creation in speechless wonder is bowed. Well done, Lord, oh very well done. The joy that you planted in children's hearts, the thrill no
Our joys are the proof of your labors. How wonderful, Lord, are your arts. Our joys are the proof of your labors. How wonderful, Lord, are your arts. Clap. Well done, Lord, oh very well done. At last I discovered the mystic key. The world's joy, most secretive one, replies to your sweetness in me. The world's joy, oh secretive one, replies to your sweetness in me. For here in my heart lies the answer, your love shedding light like the sun. All life seems to leap like a dancer, when gazing I see only thee. All life seems to leap like a dancer, when gazing I see only thee.
Okay, so this is one of those songs that Swami wrote for, it's so fun. Swami was a person who would just, every opportunity to share truth, to share joy, he would just say, okay, what can I do that's creative and fun and, that people might enjoy? So a friend of Ananda's, Derek Bell, just a world famous harpist and musician in the Chieftains, an Irish group, said that he would love to record some music of Swami's. But all the songs that Swami had written up to that point, he just couldn't really think of how to kind of fit them into the harp instrumental form. He knew there was something, he deserved better than that. So he just held it up to Divine Mother and said, what can we do about that? And all these songs came to him. And as they appeared on Derek Bell's album, beautiful by the way, called The Mystic Harp, and then The Mystic Harp 2, because the first one was so popular, they were all instrumental songs. But Swami had written words to them. It's just that that wasn't in the album because it was harp. But later on, a lot of us started looking at the lyrics that were enclosed in the CD and realized these are great lyrics. So this is one of those songs called Emerald Isle. Come here while I sing you of emerald hills, of valleys and meadows so fair, that all who have seen them have carried away memories in their hearts, friends, like the lilacs of May. Oh, my song is the story of the lilacs of May. My song is the story of deer on the hills, of larks that soar seeking the sun, of nightingales lifting the curtain of night, as with music they bring down heaven's blessing of light. Oh, my song is the story of God's blessing of light. Come join me in the singing of that emerald isle, of flowers that like jewels besprinkle the lea, of waterfalls eager to embrace the wide sea, as we with our Maker united would be, as we with our Maker reunited would be. Come here while I sing you of emerald hills, of valleys and meadows so fair, that all who have seen them have carried away memories in their hearts, friends, like the lilacs of May. Oh, my song is the story of the lilacs of May. I meant to Google Nightingale and just like actually hear what their song was like. Has anybody heard a nightingale? Nighttime? Okay, who's going to be the first to hear what a nightingale sounds like? Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Teach my heart to impart everywhere your delight. Sing of moon rays on the rain, sing that love's not in vain. Every grief, every wrong has its ending in song. Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Teach all men how to spin clouds of gloom into light. Without silence, what is song? Without night, where is dawn? Were it not for men's woes, who would smile at our rose? Nightingale, nightingale, sing of joy through the night. Let each tone silence groan, earth and heaven unite. Morning laughter, evening tears, snow and blossoms all fade. Joy must sing in the night to face change unafraid. Nightingale, nightingale, nightingale. This is a song that Swami Kriyananda faced a hardship once. Somebody came over actually and spent an hour criticizing him, telling him all the things that he'd done wrong with his life. You know, that ever happened to you? Yeah, it is. Yeah. And so, you know, Swami has always had the attitude that if anybody says anything that's true, he's open to hearing it because he wants to be as, you know, positive as he can in life, and if anything's off, he'll correct it. So he listened patiently while the person threw out all these not very pleasant things at him, wished him well, and then instead of feeling bad about it, he thought, you know, it doesn't really matter what people think. What really matters is how I feel in my heart with God. And he just went over to the piano and sat down, and the song came out, which is one of my favorite songs, maybe Ananda's too, called I Live Without Fear. Though green summer fade and winter draw near, my Lord, in your presence I live without fear. Through tempest, through snows, through turbulent tide, the touch of your hand is my strength and my guide. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. I ask for no riches that death can destroy. I crave only thee, your love and your joy. This is another song from that Mystic Heart album that had a really beautiful melody, but then when people looked at the words, it was just like, wow, this is really a deep song. And Swami later explained that it was, it came to him in a dream, or an actual vision that he felt was real, where a teenage youth who had perished in a concentration camp came to him. And Asha, would you say it's correct, gave him the inspiration for this song? So it's called To Death I'm a Stranger. To death I'm a stranger, poor youth that I am. What destiny bears me hence to that shore? The chalice of life, scarce sipped at the brim, has slipped from my grasp and stains the dark floor. Has life any meaning? The grail that men seek has never been found on earth. The fountain of youth, only a myth. None who ever roamed far in search of it ever found what he sought. Yet see how the night sky, which banishes the sun, is banished in time by the dawn. Death comes like a gypsy who camps on the way. At dawn his dark caravan's gone. To death I'm a stranger, yet strangest of all, the stranger I feared is a stranger no more. The shadow I feared but hides from the sun. In death there is peace on God's infinite shore. Yet see how the night sky, which banishes the sun, is banished in time by the dawn. Death comes like a gypsy who camps on the way. At dawn his dark caravan's gone. It's called Krishna's Flute. I've heard your flute high on a cloud. Your call I can't resist. Oh, let me come and play with you. We'll scatter music with the dew and sound the morning mist. I've heard you piping on a hill. All else I've set aside. Oh, let us dance the mountain peaks. We'll skip with breezes on the creeks and soar the valleys wide. Your flute has called me to the fields. Now I've no place to live. Don't send me back, rejected friend. Whatever I call mine must end. All that I am, I give. I've heard your call in every tree, in every playing his flute, calling the devotee back home in God. And so listen for that sound in meditation, calling us back home. This is a song called God's Call Within.
Whispering within your soul, hints of laughter, hints of joy, sweet songs of sadness, of quenchless yearning for the light, for my love, your true home. Long your heart has played the dancer, long you've toyed with merest shadows of the treasures left behind you, deep in your soul. Long you've plumbed the dark for answers, long you've begged from beggars' empty hands, gifts of life they too were seeking, gifts none could share. Friend, how long will you wander? Friend, as long as you seek your home in a land where all are strangers, love locks her door. Leave to the weak his craven life, to the coward leave his dreaming. Oh, my saint, wake up, reclaim the light, seek the truth behind all seeming. Leave to the weak his craven life, to the coward leave his dreaming. Oh, my saint, wake up, reclaim the light, seek the truth behind all seeming. Turn, turn, turn within, in silence of soul, in cave of love, find my abode. Listen, whispering within your soul, hints of laughter, hints of joy, sweet songs of sadness, of quenchless yearning for the light, for my love, your true home.
This song will kind of transition to more inward kind of chanting that we'll do a few of.
I have a love who's far away, far away, far away. Keep me not bound, Ma, teach me to fly far from earth's madness, free ere I die. Keep me not bound here, teach me to fly farther away than the stars. There's nothing here nearly so dear, nearly so dear, nearly so dear. There's nothing here nearly so dear as her laughter away in the stars. So now let's have our chants.
I invite you to sing along with these. This first one is called, How Shall I Love Thee? How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desires. And we'll alternate, how shall I love thee, with how shall I seek thee, how shall I serve thee, how shall I worship thee. And we say them each twice, so you'll pick it up the second time around. How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Just as a fire may burn a whole forest, burn to the root my desire.
with every breath I breathe. How shall I love thee, Lord my God, with every breath I breathe? Reveal thyself, reveal